Good evening, all, and welcome to Kal-bardr's Corner for this third episode, the post-Pennsic episode of Three Former Fat Guys. Buckle in for an hour of ridiculous, 60 minutes of chaos, 2 half hours of pure fun. I'm Baron Kal-bardr Gellir, and for this show, I'll be joined by two gentles that are no strangers to a tall tale or sharing a drunken story, perhaps sometimes in a porta potty. First, to my right, from the Kingdom of Glenalbin, there's a rumor that when he's not paying attention, he in fact lactates evil. Welcome to James Holy. And to my left, hailing from the Kingdom of Valantia, I did some research on this gentle, and we're 93% certain that he is probably descended from actual possums. Viscount Fearghus McCart. Evening, fellas.
Howdy. What up?
I saw your TikTok earlier, by the way, Holy. That's
yeah. Just trying to keep it real.
Yeah, try to throw that in there for you. I was like, that's going in the fucking introduction tonight. Oh, so how are things? Have we slept since? Are we hungover still?
I think I left my liver at Pennsic. It's like
it's been lost and found here.
Yeah.
I might have left my liver and a knee or two, some other old man parts. Jesus, I'm not a spring chicken no more. Cool.
Yeah. So Fearghus, you mentioned for the show that your tent is just now being unpacked. What are we, like a week at least now?
Yes, I finally have been home. What, 2, 3? I don't even know. What is today? Thursday? Got home like
Thursday.
Sunday. Okay, so yeah, I just now unpacked my pavilion and drug it out on the lawn. Thank goodness it went up dry, but everything looks like it survived for the most part. Minor repairs.
So I have to say I enjoyed all the pictures I got to see from people. I was jealous. I won't lie. I was jealous. I was living vicariously through the two of you and others. But I appreciate, Fearghus, I'll call you. I appreciate the picture of you and Holy and Helga together. That warmed my heart a little bit, seeing some of my friends like that together. So I want to hear all the stories. I'm here for it. I'm living vicariously through all of you.
Well, the three of us spent hours together, just hours. Sitting around, like, just talking and drinking. No, seriously, I ran into James one time. We took the picture, and then I think it was like, poof! Everything just exploded and shit happened. So I've still yet to sit down with James and actually tell stories and drink. We're gonna make up for that very, very soon.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, Great Western War is coming, and we're all gonna fucking be there.
Oh yeah, okay. Great Western, that's a lot better situation for me. I know that one. I know that one a lot.
I will try my best not to get kicked out of every party I attend at Great Western War. So.
Just go over to Joel's. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I was going to say, we're hosting one of the parties at Joel's Tavern, the Cock and Bulls.
Can I kick James out?
Challenge accepted.
All right. How many KK Productions hosts can we get kicked out of our own party?
So it was for Pennsic, like, we got there like super early Friday morning. So like Friday's just kind of a blur. Saturday we kind of did our shopping. I had two girls with me, little trash goblins with me. That the first Pennsic, not first at SCA. So like Saturday was all mostly just like taking them around, kind of showing them everything, like teaching them how to get back home. And then Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, we got kicked out at just about every fucking party we went to.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. We just picked the wrong parties. That's all.
Okay, I've heard some shit about Pennsic parties, right? I've missed out on a lot of the parties that people will go to. I've heard some goofy shit at Pennsic. So did you just? Is it really just poor choice or like?
So one, like we went to the pirate party, right? We like pirate parties. So we came in hot. I mean, we came in, and a little too hot because we didn't realize it was a pirate bardic, not a pirate party. So like, yeah, I mean, and they were trying to do some serious shit. And we're over there, in the back trying to possum wrestle each other. So yeah, that was night one. We politely got asked to leave. Night 2 and 3 was kind of a blur. We got a little blackout. So we had this game we were playing. So pre-Pennsic, I bought $280 worth of little 99 flavored vodka airplane bottles. Right. So they have them in 22 flavors. So every night we just take like big handfuls of them and throw them in my little fucking Birka bag, and we play Bean Boozled, right? So you just walk around like the little, the jelly bean game, right? Spin the wheel, see what flavor. Oh, look, white might be popcorn, might be snot. You never know. So we kind of did that. Just shake the bag, draw what you get, and they're pretty high voltage. So yeah, shit went sideways pretty quick.
Well, yeah, if you're just doing straight shots at vodka all night, that's
you gotta. It made 4 days before I realized we could mix this shit.
It's different flavors. It's got to be good for you, right? Like I'm sure there's vitamins in there.
So we were gonna go home Friday too. Like it's not a long drive for us. Like 12 hours. Girls had to fly out Sunday. I'm like, hey man, we'll leave out Friday. We'll get back Saturday. Chill in Memphis. Y'all can wash clothes, and then fucking Zipser and Gabe, the Mortensen boys, just pretty much came and sat down in front of my fucking truck. They were like, "You're not leaving." They had an intervention, and it's at 2:00 in the afternoon. We had half a fucking basket left of fucking 99. So we took all the clear flavors and poured them in one fucking pitcher. Took all the brown flavors, poured them in one fucking pitcher, and made a night of it. So,
Gabe is a bad influence. Let me just say
that boy is sweet. That boy is innocent and sweet. I love him dearly.
Innocent and sweet. Okay. Just hearing that story, I'm not too sure about your judge of character, but
right. Okay. So if you're ever at On Tier West, or in this case, probably Great Western War, and there's a bottle of Fireball around, do not let Gabe near it. He will steal that shit.
Oh, it's the fucking the Malort. That fucking Malort. Oh.
Did he carry it around in the fancy plant hanger?
No, he didn't. He didn't have the fancy plant hanger.
Because it's fancy if it's got a plant hanger on it.
Well, yeah.
Hey, that's macrame.
Macrame.
That's how you convince people to drink it on Tier West. Is you walked into camp and he's got a fucking bottle and a plant hanger, and you have to ask when the King of Artemisia's got a plant hanger bottle.
Yeah, he showed up at a West Kingdom party with his scythe of beer because they were drinking, and everyone, and I think it was White Claws, and they were drinking, and every time you drank one, you taped it to the next one, right, to see who gets the longest staff, and his got so long that it bent over, so it became a scythe.
I had to make him a scythe, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw the little mini bottles, one that was as long as the King's. I'm like, that fucker's gonna die. Like, holy shit.
That was me.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
right?
not my best decision.
I was going to start drinking that night, but I had to go to the airport and pick somebody up, so I had to run security. And I would walk past that group and go, nothing's on fire, and keep walking.
I think with the Glen Albans, the possum or the fucking what are you, cave possum squad you had going on there?
Yeah,
Clan of the cave possum.
Nothing's on fire.
So I will think Gabe's praises though. One of the sweetest moments I've ever seen in the SCA, and one of my highlights of Pennsic is when him and his brother convinced me to stay. So later that night, Gabe's the one responsible for the Wobbly H, the proprietor of the Wobbly H. So big ceremony at the end of war, toast around it, where you have to toast somebody else, and all this stuff highlights the war. Then they hack it to pieces and burn it. So that was cool. Sit around that. But after that, sitting around a fire watching Count Barrett play his banjo, and Gabe teaching all the ladies how to two-step under the moonlight was one of the sweetest things I've ever seen in the SCA. And it was one of the highlights of my war. It was just, as simple as the thing it was just so sweet and just pure, and just fills my heart with joy. Just that moment. So,
and I think that's what makes it. It's this shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Fergus, what about you? What was your highlight? Let's talk highlight stories.
I got a couple. One, I got to see a really great friend of mine. My twin brother in Sweden was offered his Pelican. Nice. And come to find out that normally in Drachenwald, the way they do it is they offer and then they do it the next day. But because the Pelican Order in Drachenwald knew that he had people that cared about him so much in the estate. They went to the king and asked the king to offer him a writ instead of the actual pelican, so that I could be there to see it happen.
Oh, nice.
Right. So I was like, that is super cool. The other thing, a couple other things. One, like I said, I have friends that I don't deserve. The same guy before that bought this fucking monstrosity.
Jeebus.
That is 1.5, almost 2 pounds of brass.
Wow.
From Crafty Celts as a gift. Like, I don't deserve friends like this, right? But the one that topped it all off is the Woods Battle. I got to be honest. The Woods Battle was. I hate the Woods Battle with a fiery passion without sun. Like, if you could burn anything in Pennsylvania, I would burn those fucking woods down. But it's too wet. You can't burn anything.
Right. Nothing burns it.
So we go up in the Woods Battle. I've been jonesing to see the 13th Warrior for about a month, right? And just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm on Helga's land for the myth, right? And so we come cresting over the top of this hill. It's fucking raining, right? So water is sheeting off my helmet. And I'm standing there with my spear, and I turn and look, and the princess is right behind me. She's looking off in another direction, making sure nothing's coming. And I look down the hill, and there's fucking fighters coming up the hill, and there's these skirmishes going on, and I'm like, everything slows down, right? And it's like that moment in fighting where you're just like, it's all of it. It's every bit of what we do it for. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I'm in that moment. And I'm going to be honest, right? With all the water and everything else, it was wet, and it wasn't the rain, right? I teared up right there. It was so wonderful. So just that perfect moment. And then Helga walks up to me and nudges me and says, let's go to work. And we went to work. And I'm telling you right now, it was a whole bunch of dead motherfuckers, man. I have not worked a pike like that before in my life. And we were just ending. It was a thing of beauty. But that was just, it was the moment where I was like, this is all the stories you always hear about. This is the one. This is that one where you're just like, it's perfect.
Catching Helga shortly after that night, she had that like post-fighter coital glow, and told the same story and stuff. And it's like when you get, it's that somebody tells that story and they get super passionate about it. You can tell that they're just in the moment again, and it gives you fighter boner just listening to it. That was it was super cool.
It was just that thing. I've had moments similar to that in my fighting career, but that was the perfect moment, like the pinnacle, like of everything. And I was just like, and then I walked down the hill with this woman, I should say, that I helped raise from a child, and we went to work, right? And just, I killed if you know anything about Drachenwald pikemen, right? They are fucking gods. And I killed a Drachenwald pikeman with a Drachenwald pike that they had given me 2 years before as a gift, right? And I was just like, holy shit, like my day this is it, right? And just, it was, I could not ask for a better day. But at the same instance, I think in that battle, I might have jacked my left knee up again because I'm freaking old and turned 49 at the war. So.
Yeah.
Back to the doctor.
I was like, yeah, happy birthday for you. You get a broken knee. That's fine. That's how it works.
Dude, the entire left side, right, from the knee to the mid body was just jacked. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't feel old, but my body's going, no, you are old. Stop doing that 20-year-old bullshit. You are not 20 no more.
Well, especially trying to chase Helga around in battle. Like, that'll make you feel old.
Yeah. I've been doing that for years.
But you get those moments, and they exist, always in the SCA. Like, it's one of the things. Like, no, you can play, forever, and those moments still exist. And I think that's, especially, this Pennsic for me, like was filled with those moments. I've been questioning the SCA, like my purpose in the SCA, like where I fit in anymore. Like, am I just that guy now? Do I need to back off? What I need to do? So Pennsic for me was like last minute, like, hey, I'm gonna go help some friends, and I'm gonna walk around with like children's eyes, is the way I say it. Like, I'm gonna just walk around just with eyes wide open and just try to experience everything that's available to me. And I think if everybody does that, just go to an event and look at the event through the child's eyes, man. It'll change your opinion of the SCA and of people. You know, I came out of Pennsic a different Scadian, a different peer, a different Duke, you know, a different person, just through interactions with people. And you know, and that's you know, the joy of the SCA, and post COVID, especially, I think the opportunity is there more now than it was ever before. You know, because more people.
Exactly, with that post COVID thing that we're going through right now, it's that thing you get to restart, right? Where we're re-beginning with a new set of friends. Like, look at this. I'm sitting on a podcast here with two great guys that I probably might have bumped into, but wouldn't have. Our paths might have crossed, but not in a serious way. And now I'm like, I got two great friends, right? And that's happened to so many people. And your world has become bigger and smaller at the same time. Right. And it's a thing of beauty. And it's something I really think we should grasp onto and hold on to from this point on. Right. We have learned that through these screens, that we can go anywhere. Right.
So that's something. And Fergus, I want to ask you this too, since you've traveled a lot, but also have recently moved kingdoms. Do you see differences when you're going to Atlantean events now? Are you seeing that with that sort of that renewed vigor, that new eyes, because you're no longer in the West, you're no longer seeing the same stuff? Like, is it a different SCA for you?
100%, 100% across the board. In the West, I was for lack of a better way to put it, I was a fixture. Right. I went to everything. I did. I was at everything. I was usually the loudest thing in the room. Right. But I was also that guy that was always there in the background. Like, whatever needed to be done, it got done. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I was surrounded by great people. Myself, Leopold, like there's Havak, Araya, like there's this great group of people that we just made shit happen and didn't say anything.
Hold on, I have to pause you. You said SCA name, and you fucked up Helga's SCA name.
When you know somebody from a child, okay, I'm sorry, Helga.
That is Her Highness, sir. You watch your shit.
Hey, I'm on her land, goddammit. I can say what I want.
Right, so you should know better.
I'm the one that gets in the most trouble. That's all I know.
As the Misty's Foreign Legion here, okay? Foreign Support Squad.
But, so, getting back to that, I was just a fixture, right? And so people were used to having me, right? And it was nice. I'm not going to lie. It was wonderful, right? I felt comfortable. And then moving kingdoms, I come out here and nobody knows me from Adam, right? I'm the best Kevin Bacon ever, right? Like, there was always like people more important than me, and I was like the good support character. But out here, nobody knows me from anything, and I'm having to rebuild who I am. But it's nice because I'm not changing who I am, but I'm taking that time to be like, what do I love, right? What is the thing that I want to support and do and help create? And I can focus on that thing now. So it's that child's eyes, right? And I'm getting to know new people, and I'm talking about this stuff that I talk about all the time, and it feels like sometimes I'm holding court because people haven't heard these ideas. So I'll turn around and there's 15 people listening. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not that important. No, here, drink something, right? Like, no, find somebody else, right? So yes, 100% new eyes and new everything, all of it. And it's wonderful. Well, it's wonderful, scary, and, well, I can't even say scary, terrifying at times.
Right. Sorry. So we had a comment from Graf Ulrich that I have to bring up here. So apparently there's some betting fights with the Westies and drinking/party crawling with the Holy One. So I need that story.
His coins were great in my pocket. I loved them. Like, they helped me get more money because Helga was taking all my other money.
So is it? Yeah, it's weird happenstance. Like when I bumped into Fearghus and Helga and stuff, because like I'm not gonna lie, I went down to the Champions Battle because I wanted to watch the fucking shit show, right? Because we all know, like, it's Champions Battles. Usually it's a giant fucking train wreck. So I'm like, I want to go down there. I want to be, I fucking want to watch the fucking train wreck. And this year's Champions Battle, and to be fair, was fucking clean as shit. Like it was super clean. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to see Just some sheer
It was much better than it has been in the past.
Yeah, I want to see some rhino thuggery just so I could laugh and like point and be like, oh, but it didn't happen. But yeah, when I stumbled into Fearghus and Helga with Ulrich, yeah, they're over there gambling, betting on fights and stuff. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't bring any money. So I was trying to shake down fucking squires for fucking regalia and shit. Like the one time I didn't have fucking loot with me.
James, I'm telling you, man, if I'm there, if there's a possibility, I will bet on anything. I don't give a shit.
Oh, from that moment on, I had fucking coins in my pouch. From that moment, because you never fucking knew. I was like, I was willing to bet on how long it takes somebody to come out of a fucking portage gun. Like I was ready from that moment on. I was so ready.
I've caught shit for that for the longest time. They're like, well, how can you bet on fights? I'm like, we're supposed to be recreating the Middle Ages, right? Like that's what they did. I'm Norse as fuck. You're stuck on a boat for 3 fucking months with the same stinky son bitch right next to you. You're gonna bet, right? Especially coming home with all that loot that you saved from the fire, right? There, you got shit to bet, right?
And and what does it hurt? The fighters didn't know what was going on. It didn't change shit. Right, they have no idea that there's a bunch of jackholes sitting on the fucking sidelines betting on fights, and most of the time there was no investment at all. No investment. It was like, oh, that guy's pants look fucking fancy. I bet he can swing a stick pretty good.
Fancy pants won me some money, Jack. I'm just saying.
That's right.
These are money.
If you ever need some coin, Craft Ulrich will spot you. He can hook you up.
Hey, Ulrich, you just
right there.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't have to. I took some.
Oh, I got it with me now. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Just be careful with your queen or your princess. Don't let that pouch get to your princess. She is shit at losing. She will lose all your money for you.
Oh, I'm aware.
I love me some Jack, but she cannot gamble worth a shit. Like not at all. But okay, so yeah, I have to agree with the fighters don't care, because I'm part of the gambling culture here in Meridies, and I took it to Glen Albin, bet on some of the crown list action, and got some dirty looks for it, but also got a whole lot of, oh fuck, this is amazing. Because let's be honest, the fighters are going to fight their fight no matter what we do on the sidelines, right? If you're a fighter and you go out there to fight to win some shiny beads for some other person, you're doing that shit for the wrong reasons, folks. Let's be honest, that's not what we're fighting for. We're fighting, I want to win the pretty hat. I don't care about your shiny beads.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing. That's one of the rules. That's why I have the rules that I have. Like I never bet with real money ever. Like I don't care if it's Canadian. I don't care if it's Mexican. No. As soon as I see it, if I win it, you've seen me do it before. I chuck that shit out of the side. It's gone, right? Immediately, because I don't want any of that bullshit happening. I want it to be fun, and it should be. I never bet on I never bet on fights that I'm involved in, right? Because, but it's that thing, right? I found, like at the West Kingdom party, I introduced the king and queen and some other people in the West to ship captain crew. At the West Kingdom party, you could ask James, there's a big ass fucking table with people playing dice all night, like, and talking hardcore. Like somebody came up with this giant bag of baubles and shit, and we're just going at it. And I'm like, this is what we do this for, right here. These people will remember.
It's good to see too, man. It encourages safe, healthy behavior in the SCA, in my opinion, right? It's a period thing, and especially if people start researching it and they look at period coins or baubles or beads, and then that kind of ups their flair station too, because then they're carrying extra shit with them. Right. And any point in time that you got extra shit with you, if you see somebody do something cool and you're like, fuck, I wish I had something to give them, bam, you got something to give them.
Yep.
So, I mean, it perpetuates a lot of cool shit. And I don't, I get the kind of shock value from the top. Oh my God, you're gambling. But come on, it's not really gambling. Like, it's not, it's not real money. We're not setting odds. And I get that too. Like, you set the odds, somebody gets their feelings hurt. But that's not what's happening.
Right.
Don't.
Well, yeah. So let me clarify that. So when I ran gambling for the Golden Crown List, the odds were set by the number of bets. So it was bets divided by total bets. I had nothing to do with the odds. It was everybody was 1-to-1 at the start of that. So yeah, but there's also a thing. Holy and I are familiar with this in Mississippi, in Louisiana, in Alabama, especially. Gambling's a weird culture here because we have casinos and there's some places you can do that or not. So it raised some eyebrows initially. But yeah, I think it's the coolest thing we can do because I've got coins and shit from so Fergus, I'll pull up one of yours. So I have one of your rain coins. I have 2 of your rain coins. Apparently, the rain coins in the West mean a lot more, right? I went out in the West and found a whole like culture around gambling that I didn't know existed. Black Company has like an economy around certain things. So if you have a Fergus rain coin with his face on it, oh shit, that's some money right there. You're into some marbles apparently, because that's a rare one. There's a whole like economy level out there that I did not know existed.
Oh yeah. During our reign, you want to get a hard one, and I've only got one. It's my son's rain coin, because when we reigned, we had 3 coins made. The moneyers made 3 coins. There was mine, which was the largest. My wife's that sat on top of mine that matched it, and then my son had one that was created. There are 2 people on the face of the planet that collected all 3 coins. Shit. That is it. And I am the only reason I have one of my sons is because I created him, right? So I'm like, give me one of those, you little, because without me, you wouldn't be here, right?
That's sweet. That's super sweet, though, man. That's super sweet. And I was
it's just cool, right? It's just it's shit like that, the stories and stuff like that, and the fun.
Our second reign, somebody did that for me and Joni. They like researched our time periods, and they made a coin for me in my time period, made a coin for Joni in her time period, and they gave us like 150 each of them. They're like, give them out as you would. And I was like, I don't want to give any of them out. They're fucking so cool, but you do, because and we had several reigns where that happens in, and prior to that, they did like baseball cards, right? For the longest time, which is kind of cool. You get a baseball card, it's got whatever on it, it just appears. But the coins, that's a very period thing, and it's super fucking cool, And it just it shows it to me. It shows like a real love and passion of the SCA, the Crown, or whoever. I've seen them done for baronages. I've seen them done for peerages. And it's just that little extra step.
That's something that in the West that the Moneyers Guild does. Is every reign they create a coin for the sovereign, right? So prince, princess, king, queen, stuff like that, and they give them a bag, right? I don't know how many's in there, but what I did is, and I can go get you right now. I've got like over there on the shelf that's full of crap. Right over there are 7 different coin dies that I've had created, right? And when I was living in the West, I would go to, when I start getting low on money, I'd go to the moneyers with 2 different dies. I'm like, I need some coin and here's some money, right? And just randomly give them. So if I see the coins that people have of mine, I can tell you which one's my rain coin, which one was the second printing, like stuff like this. And it's just, it's nice because I went to Pennsic and gave out some, and I was playing a couple days later with somebody else, and I saw one of my coins come back around. And I'm like, oh, that's cool shit right there. Like, haha, I know where that came from, right? And it's things like that. And the stories that were being told, and it's super cheap, easy, fun for people to do. And that's what it needs to be.
It starts good stories. I think it's really it is. I was, I got to, matter of fact, speaking of Joan, Jane, Joan, Jill, what the fucking name is, I don't know. I got to have some good court stick with her and Jax at the last Gold Forge because of gambling, right? I think it leads to good shtick. But I will fair warning for everybody: if you walk up to a table with a child gambling, fucking don't. Just give them your money and walk away, because this right here, this kid T will steal all your shit. Every fucking time. We can't get her to go to bed. Those kids will not go to bed because they will take all your money.
So we have a cool thing. We do. So I used to have a big Norman persona, right? So we did. I was real big in persona play. Still am, really. You just got to find the right people to do it to. But we like all the knights in my household, all of my squires that got knighted, and everybody I brought in, foster stuff like that. When you get knighted, you get a ransom back, and we collect all coins and stuff from the other knights and stuff in the household. And we do a big spiel about the worth of ransom and stuff like that, and give them coins to do it as they wish, right? And it's just really cool part of the SCA. And I'm looking through my coins, dump that out, and you go through it like, fuck man, I remember when somebody gave me this coin, or I remember when I won this coin, or this rain, or when I traveled out to Australia and got this coin, and just it's so fucking cool, fucking cool. Yeah, and
cool shit. You on that same shelf over there. There's a few things that when I win them, I put them away. Right, they're special to me. On that
absolutely.
shelf over there, I've got a piece of an actual Norse ship that was bet. right? And it's got all the nomenclature, everything. Boom, and it was thrown on the table. I'm like, are you shitting me? I won that, and that went boop right in the bag, right? I know where that's going.
No shit, no shit.
Like real fucking Norse warriors were on that fucking piece of wood, right? I was like, yes. I was not leaving that table that night until that came home with me. I don't care what I had to do.
Just dumping the bag out.
I think, kind of back on topic too, to like, or kind of back to the, the nature of the show too, like three former fat guys. A lot of this for me, SCA developing now is a lot of because of the weight loss. Like I just look at SCA differently. I play differently now and stuff like that. I really do. I can go out and party harder. I can socialize longer. I can walk around more. I can fight a little better. I can do a little better. I can be a little better. So don't think we're straying too far off from the topic because it does play in, to a certain point.
Well, and that's the thing. Like just like you're saying, back on that topic, being thinner, right? We all went through the same thing, right? It was difficult, right? Difficult to do a lot of stuff as a bigger dude. And then what do we do with that extra time that we have, right? I think the three of us have done a lot in the fact of, hey, I feel better. I feel better in my body. So now I want to go out and bring more people in. I want to go out and give them that thing. And right, 100% more, right? So, and all of it, right? And we feel more comfortable about doing it. At least for myself, I know I feel more comfortable about doing it. So,
right. No, I think that's legit. That's a great. It's a great feeling. I think for me, I know something. Go back to the sort of giving stuff away. Kisa, one of my ladies, she keeps stuff in her pouch, right? She gambles, but she sees newcomers and gives them shit out of her pouch, right? These people are like random people walking up all the street. She's like, no, I'm going to give you a thing because those people are going to remember that thing, whether they remember the SCA or not, whether they remember all that shit they saw. They're going to remember that one bead they got or that little goofy coin that some Kal-bardr asshole made, like. Because I give wooden coins out because I don't have the cool striking stuff, so I just laser cut wood coins, which apparently is I'll take it as a thing because I give out wooden nickels and that's just funny for me.
No, that's perfect.
It works. I guess I don't know. So. All right, so we had a question come in. I want to get back on the Pennsic topic because I need more stories. So we've heard about James's scythe or sword turned scythe turned rope, I think. I need more stories from parties. So, Viscountess Sophia or Stevie, what's your best party moment from Pennsic, and how does it compare to your other best party moments?
You go ahead, Fergus.
Come on, Fergus.
Oh man, my
Pennsic
best party moment. Let me see. Oh, the fucking Swedes! Jesus Christ! All right, you're about to get more information you want.
The fucking Swedes. That's every story start with the fucking Swedes.
I love my Swedish brothers and they love me, and that is a blessing and a curse all at the same fucking time, right? So I turned 49 at Pennsic, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that makes me the oldest person here.
Hold on. Right? Does that mean you're going to turn 50 during Pennsic 50?
50.
And holy shit, we're having a party.
And fighting my first, hopefully, graybeard tourney because you have to be 50 for it. So if it happens on August 6th or after, I am in. I am fucking, and I'm going to walk out there with a crutch.
You mean winning your first graybeard tournament?
Yeah! Let's fuck them up, Fergus.
I don't know, man. I've seen some of those guys in their 60s, and they're some bad sons of bitches still, right? But so I had decided that I was like, I'm tired, right? I'm like, I'm going to go to bed. And my wife had decided she was going to go to bed. So we toddle off to bed. We put our son in his pavilion. He's all toddled off to bed. And I go into my pavilion with my wife and go to bed, right? And let's say we were both sans all of our garb, right? And kind of just hanging out as married people do, playing cards. And all of a sudden I hear on the outside of my fucking pavilion, I'm like, what the fuck? And my Swedish twin goes, Fergus. I'm like, what, Eric? He goes, get up. We have what was it? Not a mission. What did he? Anyway, we have a mission we have to do. And I'm like, what? No, dude, I'm going to bed, looking at my gorgeous naked wife, right? Like, and he's like, get up, we gotta go. And I'm like, what are we doing? He goes, we have to find the danger Muppet. I'm like, no, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Bad plan.
And it gets quiet. So I'm like, all right. So I lay back down, start to cuddle a little bit. Are you up? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to. You're messing with a brother's jam here, right?
The answer is yes, but not in the way you want.
Right. So I'm like, dude, go away. Right. Like 2 minutes later, on the side of the tent, all the Swedes are here. We gotta go. I'm like, fuck. So I roll over and I grab my pants. A Quest, that's what it was. I roll over and I grab my pants and I start to put them on. And my wife looks at me like, really? And I'm like, I gotta go.
It's a Quest.
If I don't go, Eric's coming through the tent. He's not going to use the door. He's drunk. He's just going to come through the tent, right? So I get dressed and I walk out and here's like 4 or 5 of the Swedes, right? And I'm like, oh shit, he brought the whole group, right? I walk up, I'm like, so what are we doing? He goes, we have to find the danger Muppet. I'm like, why? Like, that's not good, right? Whatever she's doing is not good. And they're like, we have to. So off we go. So we start trekking down fucking Cardiac Hill, right? And I'm like, I am not walking back up this fucking hill. Fuck y'all. Y'all are carrying me, right? So we walked down and we walked all the way around the lake. And where's the danger? We end up picking up 2 horsemen, like random. And now I know the horsemen's call. So whenever I go to events, I'll do the secret call and I will get a response. It's awesome. Right, we picked up random dudes that were walking by and was like, those people look like they're having fun, and just turned and joined the fucking party. So at one point we had like 10 people, right, looking for the Danger Muppet, and only half of them spoke English, right? So
I'm going to stop. For anybody who's out there watching, Danger Muppet is Helga, other name. So Her Highness Helga is the Danger Muppet. For anybody who didn't know that, continue.
So we're walking around. I'm fresh out of not having interaction with my wife, right? So I'm not mad, right? I'm having a great time, and every time we stop, we're fucking drinking and shit like this. And the Swedes are like, "I brought a party beer, right?" Their beer, their haversacks are like the fucking TARDIS, like they fit right up against their body, like it was smooth. But they would pull out beer after beer. I'm like, how the fuck does that work? What are you people doing? Like, I want one of those. Like, I want the magic spell, like whatever that shit is. Right? And like, here, try some of this, right? And I'm like, after a while, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what it is. I would go in their bags. While they were walking, just boop, pull one out, right? Like, fuck it, right? If you're out here. So we were going around the 3rd lap of the fucking lake trying to find Helga, right? Like, with the Swedish chef and all of them, right? And I was like, wait a minute. I'm fucking old and tired. I am so done. So I pull out my phone and I go, doop, 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 right? And I text Helga. I'm like, where the fuck are you? And she's all, why? And I'm like, because I'm on a quest. And she's like,
because she's probably also naked somewhere, frankly, at this point.
And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, the Swedes have said they have to find the Danger Muppet. And she goes, what? I'm like, yeah. So where the fuck are you? Because I want to go to bed. So she's like, I'm over at Blad's. I'm like, right. So I scream at this fucking group of fucking 12 people or whatever we picked up by this point. And I'm like, hey, follow me. And I turn and start walking. And they're like, oh, he sniffed her out, right? So, because apparently I had the magic sniffer for Helga. I don't know how that fucking happened. Right. So we did it back over to Vlad's. And I look around. And so we just march into Vlad's. Now, it's not Vlad's normal. Like, I didn't notice the private party sign. Nobody did. So me and 12 people just march into fucking Vlad's. Well, it's all cool, right? And we're like, I walk up, I'm like, hey, I know you. Where's Helga? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, I know she's here. Where is she? And they're like, I think she's over there. So we just, like this giant fucking group just move through this thing, right? And find her and they fucking attack her, right? Rah! Right? Hugs and all this other shit. And we're talking, we're being loud and obnoxious. And all of a sudden, this lady, and I did not get down there to apologize. I apologize for crashing your party. I do. The Swedes, I don't think fucking cared. They were too drunk, but I apologize, right? She comes up and she goes, all right, you found her. Now get the fuck out. And just kicked the whole fucking lot of us out, right? I was like, okay, right? So we hugged and we all left and I'm standing out there and one of the Swedes got pulled off to something else. So we're standing out there and I'm like, so what do we do? Well, the horsemen were like, we got to go because our camp's way the fuck over there. So we lost them. Somewhere the other 30 people peeled off. I have no idea. They might be dead in the lake. I have no clue, right? There might be bodies.
They never made it home.
is me and two other Swedes, right? That was all that was left because one Swede got left behind. So we went around the corner to Casa Barducci because Casa Barducci had a big party. And so I figured I walked through Casa Barducci. It was cool. I went back to the back. And if you've ever been to Pennsic and seen the lake at night with a full moon, it is gorgeous. So my old ass just went and sat in the back, right? Just watching the lake, chilling, drinking a little bit. And I'm like, fuck, I've been here for like an hour and a half. I went in, couldn't find the Swede, so I go to leave. I walk out front, look for them again. I'm like, all right, they're grown ass men. They can fucking find their way home. So I start walking up, and I walk up to a dumpster, throw something away. I turn around, and here are the Swedes right there, not knowing that I'm behind them. So I sneak up behind them and do the fucking tap on the shoulder and run around the thing because I'm fucking 8, right? Like, so, and they're like, huh, what? They're looking around. Hey, I fucking started again, right? Off we went for another fucking 2 hours walking around. God damn, dude. The Swedes have a drop-off point. Like, there's a sign, official Swede drop-off point. Anybody that doesn't speak English, you just take them there and you drop them off, and the Swedes figure out where the fuck they go, right? So, yeah. That was what? That wasn't even War Week.
No, that was Peace Week. That was a Peace Week. Peace Week. Okay.
Right, like, shit. Tag, wow. James, you're it.
Yeah. All right. So James, we heard about you getting kicked out of the pirate party. What was your best party moment other than getting kicked out of a party?
Man, I would say it was my best moment, but man, there's such like every night had something special. It's so hard to like nail one down. So we had like one night, it was fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, like everybody's hungry, so I'm like, trying to be good host. I just start cooking a bunch of boudin, not realizing like people outside the Delta never had boudin. So
right. That's a thing. Yeah.
So I got proposed to like 28 times that night by a bunch of dudes because I was stuffing meat in their mouth. So that was kind of cool. That was a big uplifting moment.
The first time.
Yeah. That was cool. Dobroshka, Maggie, Scott, Maggie, Peter Reagan's Maggie, had a fucking bitch and fucking like elevation party. A bunch of mid-realm people got together and stuff like that. Watching them come together over just her, what an influential figure she is in the NCAA. That was, you see all these fucking old time players and Dukes and Knights and Pelicans and newcomers, and just all these fucking people just there celebrating, who she is as a fucking person. Really was pretty fucking bitching. And man, just like every night had a fucking moment. Every night is just so fucking magical. This Pennsic, aside from getting like fucking blitzkrieg junk with the rest of the fucking trash goblins. I'm walking around at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning and Zips are pulling out fucking, cans of fucking macaroni out of the fucking pouch. That was fucking magical. Saved our fucking lives that night.
Did you say cans of macaroni?
Yeah, cheesy macaroni. Cans of cheesy macaroni. Save your life. Swear to God. Hey, look, some of us aren't built for adventure. Right. I am built for adventure.
Come Great Western, I'm hanging out with you because the wife and kid are staying home. So,
and I had, old time players too. Like I haven't been playing as long as a lot of people, but I've been playing a while. And I'm a, multiple peers, won crown several fucking times.
Whatever.
And yeah, it's fucking struck off, right? But like outside of outside of like, peers regalia and like, the gifts and stuff you get is crown and stuff like that, or like Royal Exchange and stuff. Like the first, this was the first time in an SCA event that somebody just gifted me something. It was like, hey, this is for you. Outside of any special things, it's like, hey, this is a cool thing for you because you're a cool dude. It's like that was a special moment for me. Like it was just, it's hard to like really nail down like any one fucking thing. Runner, I brought fucking Inga, my squire, with me, and fucking Rachel, my, one of my associates of some form or another. And we fucking just trash goblined it the whole fucking Pennsic. Met other fucking trash goblins. And the best thing about trash goblins is, like, you'll meet them everywhere. And, like, you can never get higher than level 0. You're always a level 0 trash goblin. So it doesn't fucking matter, like, who you are. You're just all fucking trash goblins having a good time, shoving their mouths full of boudin, eating fucking cheesy macaroni out of a can and getting kicked out of fucking parties. So, yeah, it's fucking just all of those fucking bitches are magical. And it makes me fucking super excited for fucking Great Western War. Yeah, I didn't plan that. It was fucking people at Pennsic. They were like, hey, we want you there. And just that, like the feel of being wanted, like right. That's fucking bitching,
Yeah. No, dude, I left on Tier West and I was like, well, I guess we're going to Great Western more. Like, I didn't want to do it. I was like, I can't afford a plane ticket. I'm not doing it. But
Yeah.
I'm going to Great Western because I can't. I miss my friends already.
Well, that's me. Yeah. I can't not do it. That's me. I got home and immediately felt homesick for all the people I met, hung out with at Pennsic.
So, James, we had a question popped up in chat for you that's a little off topic, but I think it's relevant. What's happened on Next Door? We need to know.
Well, so Next Door, for people that don't know, is a neighborhood app, right? So you can connect with people in your fucking neighborhood. I've been kicked off Wikipedia numerous fucking times because I'm a fucking Wikipedia terrorist, and I'll just go in there and create a bunch of fucking fake information, and so I get bored really easy, and should not be allowed to be on the fucking internet probably at all.
Well, just take your fear away.
Yeah, I got on Next Door. I think my first post was like, "Hey guys, just to let you know, like if you're gonna have a swingers party, don't invite Sheila. She stole fucking Mima's commemorative plates. That bitch." Right. That was post number one. Post number two was something about the kids pooping. I think I said, which I don't even have kids. But I'm like, hey, if you're gonna teach your kids to poop, to use the bathroom outside, make sure they understand that it's not number two action. Because I just had my son and all the neighborhood kids shit all over my porch. I need a power washer. All right, so that was a post. It was random shit like that. So
I'm pretty sure you got banned for a couple days, right?
Oh, super quick.
Yeah,
dude, the quickest I've ever been banned off of something. It was like a day and a half. They were like, "This motherfucker's out." Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything with a keyboard, apparently, he gets none of.
Oh, I'm an idiot. That was my whole Pennsic thing. When people meet me, they're like, "Oh, James, holy, oh, you're Christ." I'm like, I am a trash goblin. I set expectations very fucking low, very low, right? Because you can only move up from there. So yeah, I am an idiot. Don't yeah.
It's like when I saw you, I've seen you as Crown, and you swing a stick good. That's about it. The rest of it's gone. She knows all the pretty shit. Makes you really look presentable.
I say this, and people will think I'm a true fucking punk rock kid. I'm just like a little punk rock idiot. Swinging a stick made me a rock star. My mouth gets me in a whole lot of fucking trouble. Right? I know. I have enough sense to know when I win Crown, just keep this fucking shut. They were good. I can do that for about 9 months, 10 months. I'll have a fucking blurb. I try to contain it. Then I got 3 more months of this, and I'm good. I'm grateful. Ask anybody that's spent any time with me at Pennsic, they'll let you know. I got about 17 minutes of silence, and it's just sheer fuckery coming out of my mouth.
I watched you one time herald for yourself in a court because, and I quote, "I am James the Holy. I need no herald. I'm just that badass."
That sounds about right.
All right, that tracks.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I have a disdain for heralds. I appreciate what they do in the SGA. I'm glad that they research things, but sometimes I just want to be like, "Hey, I'm James. I'm that asshole." Sometimes heralds are like, "We can't say that." I'm like, "Well, you can watch. It's just as easy."
Like, you can't, but I can.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'll say this, James. Next time you win Crown, I will happily herald for you, and I will call you James the asshole because at that point, I'm your voice.
So it got to a point where I was like, anytime I fight now, like I'm like, "Hey man, like this is the ladies' day. Like give them the big flowery speech and end it with and her champion." That's all I fucking need. I don't, yeah. I
have seen a couple times that has happened, and it's really, really cool. It's really
cool. That's the way it should be. I don't need. Yeah, I'm changing my name to like Soda Pop Jones. High Priest of the Cave Possum. I'm not.
We'll research that. I'll work with you on that. I got some thoughts.
And you see it, and now there's a device. Now there's.
I saw the device he drew up for the fucking trash goblins. This is badass.
Hey, I wrote a whole fucking edda about Odrega, the fucking possum god. So he's real. He exists.
Yeah, that's the goofy shit. That creative anachronism, right? We are a society for creative anachronism. I have a whole show coming up on Coffee with Cal about creative anachronisms. Like that shit right there is the fun shit of the SCA. I love the historical stuff. I love the stuff we do, but creative is in our name. Let's have fun with it. And that's the kind of shit that's fun, right? The gambling's fun. The trash goblins are fun. The drinking is fun until it's not.
If you don't remember it, then it might have been fun. I'm not sure.
Again, I got accused for shit I didn't do. Let me be very clear here. I did not do that shit.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah. But I have to say, so since speaking of Great Western War, since the three of us will be together and Logan will be there, and a few others, I still need a porta potty story, right? I still need a good drunk porta potty story.
You need a so I didn't have like a killer porta potty story this year, other than like one night, like I was so fucking tired and I had to poop really fucking bad, and you want to be a good host and you want to be like, hey, get the fuck out, I gotta go take a poop. But I was like, oh man, everybody looks tired. So I kind of stood up and kind of eased everybody up. I'm like, oh, hey, Inga, why don't you clean up the camp? Hey, man, like, I think your camp's over this way. Are you cool? Hey, I'm going to walk this lady back to camp, and all that stuff, trying to be magnanimous. But it was really just me having to go poop. And I sat there and pooped, and it was glorious, and it was quiet, and it was cool because it was like one of the last days of war. And I was like, oh, fucking thank God I'm alone for a minute to collect my thoughts. And I got done, and I stood up, and I opened the fucking door, and the sun was coming up. I just shut the fucking door and just sat there and thought about the fucking decisions I had made. I was like, it was not smart. This was not smart.
Yeah. And like, Cal, you need to watch out. Careful what you wish for. I'm gonna tell you. Careful what you wish for.
Like I have said, I'm going out west. I'm gonna win Western Crown. I'm showing up to Great Western War as Prince of the West. That's the goals, right? So you guys can be my royal entourage at Great Western.
I will fucking totally be your entourage.
I'm in.
Just say, man, that's what's happening. So just get ready for this shit. You know?
I'm a herald extraordinary. Like, I will throat chop a bitch if they try to get close to you.
Oh shit! I just felt every Western dude's butthole just cringe. Just every one of them sucked up. They don't know why, but every one of them just went.
And we wonder why the Western Crown was now 240 fighters.
Because that one Meridian asshole shows up. That's what's happening.
It's like, you got to make it through 240 dudes. Or people. I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah, folks, yeah.
Folks, yeah.
Them folks. Man, look, here's the thing. So I joke, like, I have like 0.01 infinitesimal chance of winning West Crown, but like, it's badass I'm going to get to go out there and fight in West Crown. Because the Westerners are they have such big dick energy out there. They do not care. You show up and fight the list because they think they're badass enough to keep their crown. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Like I love the Meridian culture of, no, it's our list. You got to be here. You got to be ingrained in our culture to be fighting our list. I get that. But the Westerners step up with big dick energy, and I give them respect for that.
And it's still, as far as I know, it's still the only list that is completely open. Now, right. There have been some that you had to talk to the king and queen like that first, but I cannot remember anybody being denied access to the Western Crown for location of where they live. There have been people that have been denied for other reasons, but not for location. And it is, for lack of a better way to put it is kind of big dick energy. It's, you know what? We're supposed to be fighting the best of the best. So come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's essentially, like, I talked to, what's his name? His Highness Thorfinn one night about that. He's like, yeah, come take it from us. Is basically what he said. And I was like, all right, cool. I love that. That's cool.
It is. Yeah. I mean, birthplace of the SCA. It's like, that tradition of holding. Like, if you're in the SCA, this is the birth of it. Come fight. I love it. I know a bunch of people love it too. We talked about it a little bit before the show came on. Like, yeah, it's my bucket list just to go out and kind of honor that. Yeah. Don't want to win. Not going out to win. Just want to participate. It's the birth of the SCA. I feel it's I have an obligation, and I think it'd be fucking cool.
And here's the deal, like with that, I got to be honest, I feel bad. I kind of feel guilty now that I've moved. And nothing against Atlantia, nothing against any other kingdoms, right? But it's where I was raised. So for me, it was like, oh yeah, we're going to Crown, like whatever, right? Like no big deal. And when coming out here, it's like, oh shit, like I had 20 some odd years of Western crowns. This is a bucket list thing for other people, and here I was writing it off like, oh, Yeah, we're fighting Crown on Saturday.
Right. It's another day for you because you've been there.
Right, and I feel bad, right? I really do. And so I'm going to tell you, right? Do it. And the cool thing, James and Cal, when you do it, let people know, right? And not saying that you wouldn't, but give them the chance to give you the best fights you can get, right? And I'm talking nothing against anybody, and it's not like they're loading the list or anything else like that. But if they're like, oh, we have somebody coming in, let's give them a good fight. Let's give them everything. And then don't take your armor off if you're not granted victory that day, because there's the Field of Roses that you get to fight in afterwards. I found out that it isn't in very many places.
No, that's very much Western, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can challenge anybody, like from the guy that put on his armor, 3 hours ago for the first time, to Super Duke blah, 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 who's been fighting since Christ was a corporal, right? And it's just gorgeous, right? So, yeah, I was spoiled, and now I realize that I was spoiled, and I cannot wait to fight out here more, not for any other reason than just to give it the love that I have, right? And it's amazing.
I think that's going to be one of my highlights of Great Western War, as I love interkingdom anthropology and stuff like that, and just to be out there, kind of the birthplace of the SCA, and some of these traditions that are just steeped from the beginning of tradition, and just being able to talk to people and fighting culture and just chivalric theology and just all that stuff. It just I'm really excited to be out there. I've never traveled that far west. Like, I've done some Australias and stuff, but I've never been out. I've never done a Westie event. I've never done a Cayenne event. And that's I'm super fucking stoked. Super stoked.
Well, I will volunteer my squires when you go out. They are putting on a wonderful camp and stuff like this, and I'll talk to them, but I'm sure they would have no problems with you and putting you up and stuff like that and giving you a spot, right? Like, come on, don't worry about stuff.
Hospitality out there. That's the thing. Like, I mean, granted, I'm from the South, so like hospitality is just second nature to us, but like, I said I was coming into Great Western, like, all right, cool, here's the tent, here's the thing, and like, it's just handled. I'm like, it's blowing my mind. Like, I go to like a celebrity, it's fucking weird.
That's what happened to me. Like, I went leaving Pennsic. People were like, "Oh, I will see you at Great Western." I'm like, "Oh, well, no, it's not." Like, I got planned on that. And they're like, "Oh, no, we got you all set up. Like, just show up." And I was like, "Oh, fuck," And then I was like, "Hey, okay, yeah, I think I'm going." And literally that fucking day, somebody's like, "Hey, man, like, this is our flight times. We're gonna pick you up from the airport." I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, I mean, it's done. Like, it was amazing. It was fucking amazing.
So speaking of that, so if you're going to Great Western War, or if you're considering going to Great Western War, go to Great Western War. But Friday night of Great Western, the Cock and Bulls Tavern will be having the Dirty Pirate Party, hosted by the hosts of KK Productions. So we're gathering all the hosts that are going to be there from all the shows that KK Productions is done. We'll have Three Former Fat Guys and Ask the Nights Live, and the new host from Ask the Nights Live, which we haven't announced yet. She'll be there. Ooh, I said she, didn't I? I did. A little spoiler for you. Let's see who else is going to be there. The host of Alan's Royal Tea is probably going to be there. If we can drag Princess Helga over from Unpack Your Shit and Beer, she'll be there.
Stop her from coming over.
Right, that's true. That's fair. Try to stop her from coming. So come out and hang out with us. We'd love to see you guys out at that party or any other parties. We'll be there all week playing dice and rolling bones and losing all of Fergus's money. I'm going to take all of Fergus's money and lose it for him.
I made some money at the war, right? I padded my money pouch a little bit until freaking Helga. Ooh, God, I taught her to play way too well. Like, she really knows fighting well. She's really good.
And if you're coming and you need something, let us know. Reach out to me. Reach out to the KK Productions page or the Cowboys Corner page. We will find you someone to hook you up with. There are plenty of good people out there that will make you a good spot. Black Company is a good example of that. Master Lash will make sure you find a spot.
Black Company's great except Lash.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Look, Black Company's great, but there's Lash. So it's a mixed bag.
Down. I'm just saying.
There's a fucking marbles. I'm bringing a bag of marbles just to gamble with them because they're a fucking weird people. So.
Speaking of Lash, a quick story. That dude has a weapon. It's Japanese. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got this little back spike on it. He hit me in the freaking right here one time at a war. I'm telling you, man, I thought my children popped out my ass. Like, I was like, God damn, what the fuck was that? And Les was like, haha, that's me. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, you never touch me with that ever again. Ever. I even tried to get him to change it. I'm like, can you, like, and he was like, no. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Now you just have to die. I went over to the archers. I'm like, archers, I will pay you a coin to shoot that man right there.
Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. So
I'm not above it.
Coming up next on Kal-bardr's Corner, next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday. Speaking of creative anachronisms, I'll be here talking about creative anachronisms. So come hang out with me and drink some coffee and talk about creative anachronisms. I'll be less drunk for that one. If you want to support KK Productions, look us up on Patreon, patreon.com/KK Productions. If you want to buy stickers, look us up on Redbubble, search KK Productions. Nope, wrong button. That one, there it is. Search KK Productions. On Redbubble, buy a sticker. We like stickers. Come to Great Western War. If you're in Tennessee, come to Fox's. If you're in Arkansas, Glenavon Coronation's coming up. Jack and Axel are amazing. Go support them.
Atlantia, War of the Wings.
Oh, yeah.
War of the Wings, Atlantia. Come on out. That's a week long. October.
Yeah. And Diamond Wars, I think, is the next big war in Glenavon coming up. So
I need to come down to that one.
Look up Diamond Wars, look up War of the Wings, look up Great Western War. That's your three. Prep just get your liver going. So, gentlemen, it has been an hour of pleasure as always. I appreciate the two of you. Tune in next month for another episode of Three Former Fat Guys. If you have a guest out there, if you have a tiny tummy like us and want to sit here and get drunk with us, come hang out. Let us know. But until then, this has been, hold on, Holy, Fearghus, and Cal in Kal-bardr's Corner. Have a good night, everybody.